Friends, my name is Ashok Sejal. In this session, we learn the ADO.NET connected architecture with performing all operations. So let us start. First, I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can look better. And here Microsoft Visual Studio Express for web edition open. Here connectivity website folder is already open. In file menu, I take new file and here C sharp is there, web form file is there. Okay, and here we give the name of web page and connected, like we have to perform student and all operations. So I give this type of web page name and just press add and take the fix our goal, and that is connected architecture. Okay, and we cannot consume our time to designing, we can focus to the coding. So here my previous demo lecture, I just copy this code and paste to division tag. So I take here panel and take all 5 fields there is here, and here I just copy and here I paste in division tab. Okay, and then here close first, like first we can close the table tag. In that demo, table is taking TRTT, so you have to know very well in HTML control. So here close then panel. So now I first close this file and now look at our design. So okay, that is our design. So here roll number, name, gender, standard, and hobbies. And now we can take the second next row to our button. Okay, performing the first insert and display operation. So first we can look all the design that variable and appropriate take here. So looking for better, and here now is ready panel, table is ready, and here we take the row and also tables on here. Okay, first here txt rno we can use in our coding. So first roll number field, then txt nm, then to radio button. Okay, just full screen. So here group name, gender, gen. So that is single radio button. You can also take the radio button list control. Okay, and here gender, then standard. We have provide some space, and here drop down list box is used to BCSM 1 to 6. That list item is there, and then last field is hobby, and that is 3 hobbies in 3 checkbox. Okay, so that is our table. And now we can take here after the table tag and panel, we take one second panel to our operation, and that's give like p1. P1 is already there, so we can do the p2 and run it, and grouping tags we can say that operations. Okay, operations, all operation, and that back color we can also take two different. So looking for better, and here I pick operation, so we can take like this light color. Okay, no problem. Okay, and just close, and here we take the button directly panel. Okay, here and button, and first we have to take id bt, like first is a add, then run it server side and text that we can say that add, and then font bold we have to provide, then font size we have to provide like large, and then 4 color. So that's the like so many possible value is there. I just above yes. So here take the dark blue and just close, and I copy this button to next, or we can take 6 button, so we perform all operation. Okay, and here just change that appropriate text, like here BT, then save is there, and then you can take the BT cancel is there, then BT update, and then BT delete, and then last one is BT exit. You can take the control from server side. So that is web technology ASP.NET is a okay. So here you can give the name text save and cancel. Okay, and then you could take here as a update, or you can say that edit also, and here delete. Okay, and last one is exit. Okay, so our 6 button is ready. Okay, so look the design. Yes, you can provide 3 after gear tag, so that is in new line. So here I take the B line, take the B line. Okay, so that is our goal. So let us check. Now is some ready. Okay, we provide some separation. So here I select, and here some space provide. So that handler is there. Left margin. So I take here, no problem. And that button I also move. That select, and here that this arrow, that is margin. Same way to second row, or no, yes. And then here, and last one is exit, and that is taking, because that is size is increased. So I just okay, take this button and that handler. Okay, now you can also take the TRTD in this button also, so looking better. Okay. Okay, next we have to take the next panel, and taking the that is next panel, and that panel ID like P3 run at server side, and grouping text, that is we can say that GridView is our control, and then we provide just close and take the back color. Okay, so that back color we have to decide in like here. Take look shine, so that is now okay, and that just only take one, and that is we can take also in toolbox GridView, and that ID like just GV GridView short and run at server side. And we can take the two important property of GridView, and that is first is data key name to our first like we can take first column RNO, and okay, and then we can select that we can take the evening directly double click. So here I just close. Okay, so now let us look. Okay, so there is a GridView. Okay, one remaining, and that is we can take here one property, and that is a auto generate select button. Here auto, there are delete, edit, and select. So we can take here select and just true, so that button is appear. Okay, so our almost design is ready. We can just after take here this panel, we can take the search for our goal, and search we have to take like yes, taking second panel, but we can finish this coding. So I just minimize and open the access. We can connectivity the access Microsoft Office, and here we can first create the database and table. So here access Office is there, and here blank database we have to take, and here first we take our folder. So here in E drive there is a in that folder ASP.NET or folder, and here I just temp db. Okay, so there is database name, just okay and create. Okay, temp db. Okay, now our database is ready, and just I select and here design. So I give like first field is roll number and that is number. Okay, second is S name, that is short text, gender, that is short text, standard, that is short text, and last is hobby. So that is our, and here in 2012 13 office, in 2003 and 7 there is a only text data type, here short and long two data type text. So here taking the long text because there are three hobby field, and here also I provide the primary key and just here select primary key, and now that close table and that name we can give the I can say that student, so there is no problem, student. Okay, just student. Okay, and that table is not required, we can design to ourselves. So there is auto generate number is there. Okay, now this office I just minimize and taking now our coding part is start. Okay, in this you have to also take TRTD, so looking for better. Okay, here some not looking for better. Okay, so just move here. Okay, now our first coding, and then we can perform the save button. Okay, so insert first. So here we can first take appropriate here using system keyword is there and data package you can namespace, and that we have to take the OLDB because we have to connect the SQL, and also in disconnected you can separate the data and then OLDB provider you would do it because data set and table that is in data package or namespace, but here is not required, we have to perform the connected architecture. Okay, now we can take the appropriate class. There are three class in connected, so here fix our goal connected, that is comment line. Okay, and taking the appropriate class like post connection, then command, okay, MD, and then take the data reader and that data. Okay, now we can take the connection string and page load event. The right take just and at the red sign is there, and just copy and I just open the connection. And how take the connection string, here tools menu in connect to database option is there, and just you can change, there is no require here, access database is already there. So if you any change that, press this button. So SQL Server, Oracle, okay, and that is data source, and here is data provider. So there is no change, just okay, and then browse to our database, to our folder, and that is TempDB. Okay, and just open the file in use. So there is a one error because our access data here access is open. So I just close because there is no taking the string. So here now first select in this symbol and then open. There is time no error, and save my password. You cannot check, that is no problem. And now an advanced button is there, and just uh, go press home button and shift and end, copy, control C, and then okay, and then okay, two times. And here I passed our connection string. So now our connection string is appear. That is provider access database, that 12 version, and data source to our path of the TempDB access DB in 2013 there is access in previously MSDB, that is Microsoft database file, and here we can select the checkbox, then persistent security information is true. So there is a three parameter in connection string, and you can know very well Here we can prefix as a @ sign. Otherwise, you can here double slash is appear. So uh, one you have to. There are two solve the error. Here you can give the @ sign. Otherwise, here give the double slash. Okay, now our coding is start, and we can take the first insert operation. In that we can take two string variable like s1 and s2, and taking the checkbox and radio button value. So first radio button, so that mail if check rbm mail, and then s1 take the like rb mail dot x. Okay, so that is directly. And next else part we can take s2 radio button female is, if not male check then female is check, that text we can take s1. And now our turn of checkbox, and there are three checkbox, one then check, and s2 we have to take that value chk1 dot tag, same logic in the radio button. And here's one paste to provide the separation, because there are three hobby, so we can, and I just okay, copy this if condition and taking the same way two three checkbox is there, so remaining is two. I have two checkbox, here two, and here you can first chain three, and here three, and here plus equal compound assignment operator, so that is short. And last there is no require the space because the last checkbox. Okay, now we have to take the insert query, and then here insert, that is start insert into table name student, and then values. And here rules is in numeric field there is no require the single quote, so double quote and plus sign, and taking to first txt rn of the text box id, then text first field is now appear in insert, and second is a name of student, that is string, so single quote double quote and just plus sign, in taking the txt name dot text. Okay, so second field is coming now, then third field single quote is string because gender, and that is taking s1, we can take the logic s1 holding the gender value. Now comma operator is there, single quote double quote and plus sign. So I go forward so you can look here, and then that is a drop down list box, so ddl dot text or selected item dot to string can also take, there is no error. And last field single quote, that is hobby, double quote plus sign, and that is s2, we take the s2. And here first you can see in the two parameterized, first command text and then connection, so here we pass the connection. So insert query is a one parameter, all here starting the double quote to ending our double quote, so there is one argument. So I just select, so here first argument we can take in one string variable and then writes the name, so you can easily understand. Okay, now we can take the integer variable, and there is res result, and cmd we can take execute none query, insert update delete, and that return type is integer, so we can take res result, and that integer res 3 letter of result. And we can some validation, res is greater than 0, if positive then response dot write, and we can say that insert record, insert we can say that record into student successfully. Okay. Else response dot write, and we can say that error in insert record, just insert record. Okay, so there is no problem. Okay, now we can take after, first we can check and we can create display in the grid view. So here we can take one user defined method public void, and the fill grid, that is our method name, fill grid, and just 4 line coding. CMD, provide the memory location, and delete here, and just I can take now. So there is two here, I just comma, then appear two constructor of command class in insert query, and pass the connection. First is command text. So here our command text is we can take the select query here. So select star from student, okay, and then data reader, that is our here reference is there, and CMD, and that is execute reader method, because that is return the data reader class, okay, and then GV GridView, that ID is GV, and data source, that is our property of GridView, and provide the DR, and then GridView ID and data bind. So all the list, all the record bind in GridView, and just DR we have to close. So that method I just call in save here. So our now method fill grid is appear in library. Okay. And also we have to take the clear, that is not method, we have to take ourselves, and that coding I also done in public void, and that is clear, and then just TextBox first RNO, then text, okay, and just blank. Same way second TextBox, that is NM, and then that text and just blank, and second is third is radio button RBM. If check, then is we have to uncheck, so that is like check thing, and that false. Okay, so select those deselected, and else part, then female, then check, then false. Okay, so that is, and now drop down the text is property and just blank, and there are three checkbox, so we can also chk one dot check, then chk one dot check equal to false. So just copy and paste 2 times, because there are three checkbox, so same logic apply. Here we can change 2, here 2, here 3, and here 3. Now clear method is ready. Clear is a user defined method. After the saving, we can clear all the field from control. So here now appear in the library clear method ourselves is user defined. We have to take two user defined method, and also fill grid we can call in first here in page load. So here I also call, so that is the advantages, and that is a reusability of code. If you provide the redundancy means duplication code, but here we can use meaningful code too. Here we cannot take this 4 or 5 line, okay? Just fill grid is called in page load and also in save button, okay? So let us check our this insert and display. There are two operations. And my previous video lecture, I can take 2 insert and 2 display. In page also you can display. So here we can first take roll number 1, then RAM, then gender, and then standard like this CSM6, and all 2 I select the hobbies, okay, and just press save. Okay, so now our record is here message insert record student into student table successfully. You can also give this all just insert record successfully, and here our grid is display. Okay, so we can select here blue, so that color is different. Okay, now we can take to next. Our goal is we can select this year, and then record is appear, then we can perform update and delete operation. So now we can take, and after we can also add, then automatic roll number is appear, that type add method, and save both apply logic, update, and save insert logic. Okay, so there is now you can take. Okay, so here first we have to implement um, auto generate logic, so we cannot type to roll number ourselves, and that is we can define the add button click, and that's just I double click add button. So that, okay, first run mode, so stop debug and then open. Okay, so that is also like our two in GridView, there is two line we can take here directly from it, that we can also read because we can take the auto generate. So here I just copy these two line, and now we can take here just we can require the roll number, so we can take just roll number. And if condition, if directly we can say that dr read just one first row we have to last, and we can also provide here max, so last maximum roll number is written, so we can plus one. And here uh, first I take one integer, and that's r and zero sign, and here r equal to in 32 pass method is there, and we can take dr of 0 first column and two string, because that is written in string, so we can convert in integer. And plus one we have to add here, plus one. And else part we can just r plus plus, so okay. And then there is no, okay, so we can just dr first close. Okay, so that is, yes, dr is close. Okay, so that is auto generate logic. Okay, and also you can has row you can use, but I directly, if dr dot read is so we can take first column and plus convert integer and then plus, and that is r, otherwise in r plus plus. So our record is now one is entry. And also here we take one uh, first I give here in global declaration part, here we define one static, because we can take both save button, insert and update query. So I take here integer bt flag, so flag is one, then insert query, and flag two, then we can apply the update query. So that is our logic. So here I just in here bt flag and equal to 1, so add button user press, that time flag is 1. So now our save button, there is two here. We can redundancy here, all that is requiring the also in the update query. So here I just give the flag and bt flag, so button flag, that's meaning equal to 1, so that's insert all logic is now we can take in this. And same way we can take the update query in this same method. Okay, so duplication we can remove, because in update operation also this checkbox and radio button value is required, so that code is in we can use in both insert and update query. So I here just write if bt flag equal to 2, then we can perform the update query. And I just copy this all insert, okay, and copy and paste to here, and just change the query update. Okay, sorry. So our logic is ready. I just change the query, and that is update insert into student. Okay, so here we can update, then we can give the table name, and that is keyword is a set. Okay, and then our field second, because we can update based on the roll number, so s name is field equal to your text box, that is a requires single quote double quote, and we remove this text box, directly take the this text box. Okay, so there is require single quote double quote. Okay, first field is ready. Now we can take the second field and a third field, and that is gender, ge, and then equal sign. Okay, then same single quote double quote we can and take here, and that is third field, std equal to, okay, we can check carefully, otherwise it's taking error. So single quote here is ready, then gender, that is s1 taking in above our logic standard, that is broke down, there is no problem. And then here our uh, hobby hob equal our table. And now here apply the where clause, okay, where rno equal to, there is no require, just double quote plus sign and our text box txt roll number and then text. So how it's selected, that question we can take the GridView record from GridView. Okay. So that is our update query is ready. And I just change the accordingly because execute none query is same in both. So here also insert, update and delete all are execute none query. Here I just change the message update, and here also change the message update. Okay, so there is now ready update query. Okay, now we can take uh, update button, just flag 2. So just okay, and here our update button is there. So I just double click and here bt just setting flag 2, so that is our logic. And you can also enable disable that type also and clear. Okay, here also clear the method after updating. No, there is no require here, save button we have give already. Okay. Now okay, yes, grid we have to call, but that is also in the save button. Here save button is now both method is, you cannot duplicate this method in again in update button. So just flag 2 is required in setup, and also enable disable you have to apply. Okay, now we can take first take record from GridView. So we can, here select button is there, and also you can recognize we can in GridView give the first data key name, that is our roll number. So if you not provide here roll number, then taking the error. So I just click and selected index change event is appear, and we can take x and GridView dot selected, and that is selected, and value is property, and that is written object. So here error is there because our handler is x is integer and we selected value is written object. So we can need the type casting, that is integer data type. Now our goal is ready, and just I copy select query here is there. So I just copy this query and paste to here, and we can change accordingly. Like here we can take all the fields. So I just asterisk uh, from student where close and rno equal to uh, double quote and that the x. So here x we have to pass. Okay, now ready, and execute read method is there, so there is no problem. That is we can take the record, and that we can first provide tr dot as row, yes is there, then that is property. And then we can take direct dr dot read, just one record is selected, there is no require while loop, because we can select from GridView, but that record is taken from database side. So select star from student. So when we can press the GridView select index change, the first column that is in taking x, and that roll number is compared to the our field, and that record fetch from database, and that read one record we can apply to our appropriate text box. So roll number dot text that dr0, there is two possibility. Either you can assign here index, or you can give the record tab field name. So here you can take use both, like in name field text, and here dr I give in double quotes. When you can provide the index, there is no required double quote, and index start with always 0. So here s name and then bracket and dot toString. So there is possibility. Okay. Now our third field is a gender. So we can first take in s, and that dr we can take again index, and that is we can reach into index. That is our gender field. And here provide if condition. So there is one problem in RadioButton because that is concat some blank page. So we can use the trim function is there, that is string and start. If you apply the string, that is on terminate or discarded all blank page, and nesting equal method. Okay. So here we compare in double quotes, and that's mail. Then our first RBM dot check RadioButton is true. Okay. And else part, same logic we can apply RB female, then check is true. Okay. So that is our logic. We can use here trim function. Trim. You can test yourself, remove this trim and check that your RadioButton is not selected. So we can apply nesting trim then equal. Directly you can apply the equal method. There is some time in database side some space is included in the male, that male or female text. So there is a issue. So here directly I solve this. I can testing many times. So you can test yourself. Okay, now our fourth field, and we can take in drop down dot text, and that is er. We can take the standard, give the column name, and we can also give the index, so there is no issue. And now our last field is a checkbox. So there is a also here we can take in index fourth and taking string variable, and then we can selected three checkbox, but our column is one and we can provide, but we can take one blank separation blank page. Here we can in save button. So that is our logic here. Every checkbox we can provide some blank page. So you can also provide comma operator or any slash, but because here we provide just blank, so that is our logic part. And here take one string 1D array, and that's name we can give str, and then we take s2 what split function is there inbuilt split, and that the single quote and give the blank. So all split three value in one column, and that is stored in that string variable one by one after the one blank, that separation in 1D array 0 1 to index, and that store like reading, running and check playing the chess. That is 3 hobby in our, and we can take for each loop. Okay, and like we can take here one string variable and s in and use the str, and now our logic is created. If condition, then s is equal, directly equal, and here we can compare. First is our hobby is a reading, so that chk check one dot check equal to true. So that is our logic. I just copy and paste two times. So there is our now is running is their second hobby in the design part. And last there is a some problem because there is a playing and in between one page, so there is a divide by two words, so there is issue. So I just give the playing word, so there is check selected, otherwise that third ob if any user record is there, so that not selected. So here first letter you have to give, and here okay, okay playing. Okay. So you not a mistake of that spelling, but otherwise it not selected. Okay, now our select logic is ready, and I just here remove paste and save. Now we can also select logic is ready. Okay, our update logic is ready. We can combine the in save button both logic. Flag 1 there is that insert, and flag 2 there is the update query, and all the rest of we cannot duplicate our coding here, like we can call these two method, otherwise taking the update button same logic, so there is coding appear and that all code in again appear in the update button. So there is logic. So we can short not redundancy, we can use reusability. That is known as reusability of code in any project or any website. That is good sign of programmer. So I just run and our logic work very well. Not let us check any change is required or not. So after that we can done as a delete and exit. Okay, cancel. There are 3 remaining, and also the search. Okay, so I just press add. Okay, so there is. Okay, now we can give the 2 and yes, then female, and then Sam5 and reading and running, and just save. Okay, so record is now successfully saved. There is no issue. Okay, here. Okay, so that is now ready. Update we have to perform, and here I just select like first record, so there all record appear. So okay, there is not selected running, so there is some required to change. So let us check how it's running. We can first take the I stop debugging, and here our design and okay, RadioButton spelling is and playing is ready, so we can change. Okay, and here our coding is there in here, so running RadioButton, yes, no mistake any in that logic. We can just yes, here is remaining 2 and 3, there is remaining, just copy and paste. So there is when we can copy, that time we can change the appropriate checkbox. That is I not change. So here chk1, chk2 and 3 now is okay. And also check our add button. So here we can apply select max and then read r, then read is and +1. Okay, and then else and close the data reader. Okay, so there is no issue. Okay, I just copy now our that we have to not close any connection ourselves, but in add button we cannot apply to our logic. So here I just open again, here give this connectivity, because sometimes there is a close connection, so there is issue. So I just open and then we can check our logic. So now add button we can take. Okay, now we can take our testing to second way. Okay, here I just press add, but there is no effect. Okay, so there is no give any error or not any. Okay, now we can select is check or not. Okay, yes, now there are 2 hobbies selected, and we can take update operation. Okay, so I just select these hobbies, and here I change the name like uh, Ramesh and press the update. Okay, and first we can take update button, there is flag 2, and now I can save. So there is 2. Okay, so here is what is the problem. Okay, okay, here one remaining, the blank parenthesis is remaining, so that is issue. Okay, I just solve this error. First stop the debugging. Okay, and now here parenthesis is remaining. Yes, here there is no require, because that is a insert query I just copy, so that is remaining. So there is now is okay. Okay, okay, so update is query ready. Okay, minimize, and my previously here I testing my logic, so that page I open just for verification, and then here my all logic is there previously I done. So here in add button I can check my coding. So okay, here update is there. Okay, delete is there. Okay, so that is add. Okay, there is here is auto generate logic is there. So has row you have to just provide here. There is no other issue. Okay. So I give also in that logic. I provide this logic. In add button we can go directly from design. So that is better. Okay, I just press add button and now here we can also take the has row. So there is sometime issue has row and then nesting and then if br.read method is used then we can apply to our this line. So there is a sometime issue is there. So there is not automatic increment or roll number. So there is I just here and then okay. And here I just close this if condition and taking is remaining. Yes, now that is I understand what is the issue. Here we can take in TextBox roll number dot text, okay, and that r dot to we can increment but not assign to a text box. That is issue. So there is no require has row, but if you can give the has row, there is no any error. Okay. So now is the issue. Okay, here. Okay, declaration and then initialization. Okay. Yes, we can close that here. Okay, so I just text nm dot focus method is there. So directly focus on the name field because okay now issue is solved. So there is sometimes the issue is created. I testing all the logic, but now is created issue. So now our problem is solved. I cannot assign the roll number that is remaining and directly move on the focus on name text because we can take the automatic roll number is logic apply and there is no require if condition if you know apply just only this previous or logic but that part is remaining. So that is issue. Okay. So now is solved and let us check but we can apply also delete button logic so then we can move then further. Okay, so delete we can first apply here. Okay, I just move and in design part one on slide client scripting in radio.net in delete button we can apply like on client click and there is very simple we can take the surety because there is a delete button. So here return and confirm dialog box is there. Parenthesis, semicolon, and single quote. Are you can give some message. Are uh, you sure to? We can say that delete this record. So some surety we can take. If user press OK, then your record is deleted. Otherwise, it is no deletion. So there is a surety. Are you sure to delete this record? If user press OK, then your record is deleted. Otherwise, it is not deleted. So we can take surety. Now our delete operation and just we have to take here delete query. There is no and just connection will also pass because there is two parameterized constructor and then here uh, delete on student. Okay, and where RNO equal to our text box. So first is roll number. So there is no require to single quote. Okay, and just our text box ID txt, and that we can select in the GridView. Okay, so there is no issue. And now we can take the same or I can just copy. Okay, so where is our save? Yes, here is there. So I just copy this if condition. So okay, also in execute none query because there is same method used in insert, update, delete all. So I just copy all the message and here I paste. Okay, so now is ready, and here I change the message. Just here update, we can take just delete record into student table successfully, and here just error if not deleted any syntax error. Okay, and now also I will perform last cancel button, so there is now complete our code and cancel. So there is a cmd dot cancel method is there, and just clear, or clear method is there, so just clear. Okay, so there is no any, and just bt flag we can take that we can assign to 0, so that is cancel, there is no required to other code. And also we can take the exit to from web page, so directly not write any code, but here we can provide some javascript to close method. So here is a last button, and here in taking the on client script, there is same we can take in delete button. So here java s capital script, and then javascript is a colon, and then window, there is a window, and then close method is there, yellow is close, so that is a close, and then semicolon we can take return false, so there is our work is finished, there is no require, and just semicolon. So there is we can give on client script javascript colon windows, and then dot close method is there, semicolon return return and false. So there is only just we can provide on client script, we can close our server side control. So there is all operation is performed, and search is there only. Okay, so now first we have to check and then apply the search logic. Okay, so where is it? Any error is there? No, no error. So I just close this and apply add. Yes, now our add is working. So here directly 2 because there is 1 and 2 is there. So okay, I give the name and take the Lakshman and mail. Okay, and standard is BCF4, and take the all hobbies, and just I can save, so we can add button press, so our record is now insert successfully, and also in GridView. Okay, so there is, and now let us check our, I take this last record and selected. Now yes, all three OBs selected, all appropriate control mail. Okay, there is two main radio button issue and checkbook issue, that is we can solve. So here is mail, and here three OBs selected, so there is no, and here we blank face is there, so you can provide the plain chess that type that on that not check, so we can just playing word using the word logic. Okay, and then I just press update because flag 2 we have to define it, just setting, and now I can deselect at this running, and here I take BCSM3 and all other thing is same, I just save. So here let us check, yes, BCSM3 is appear, and here running is gone, so two hobbies remaining. And now also I take this record again and just click on delete, we can also perform the delete operation. So yes, sure, are you sure to delete? I just first cancel, so there is record is not deleted, and then again press delete button. So now I press OK. So now our record is we have to not clear and not taking, so that record is not gone. So here delete record into student table, but we cannot call the grid and that method in delete button, so that is also call in needed. So I just delete button here is there, yes, and we can call the field grid, then field is grid is refresh and clear after. Okay, so there is two method calls, so there is advantages, we can take the method and okay. Okay, now our last step, so many operation we can perform. All operation is now done very well. We can check this because our database there is two record. I can show you our access database because we cannot clear the grid and there is a clear method not call. So I just open access and there our access 2000 and I just open timedb and that our table there is two record is there. Okay, just Lakshman is not, we can delete it, but grid we have to not call and clear we cannot apply. Now is okay, and I just increase this width of all hobbies there, and one separation is there. We can split function use. Okay, I just yes can increase the width, so that is save yes, and I minimize, and now we can take last operation and that is search. So after I can all operation perform, and last we have to take that is now okay, and here in same grid I use there is a take here, and there is but problem. So here if possibility then take the same here, but I just minimize this panel. Okay, and take new panel to same here. Okay, here take panel direct from as a container control of panel. So that is here is a panel is there. Okay, I just put here. So but there is a I selected and then here format and set position is there, and that is relatively okay. I just click here and that panel I just selected and move to here. That is now possibilities there. Okay, so here is now I can increase. Okay, so and then here. Okay, and now I take this panel first, this panel, so that is increase size width, and yes now is okay, and that panel I take yes where is that, yes now that panel is here, and we can change first back color so we can look better, and that is like first full screen, and then we can take back color, and that is I pick up yes, and that I combination some different colors. So which color, yes purple is there. Okay now okay, and here we take three first radio button id rb. Okay, and we can give one donate server side, and then text is like roll number, so we can fill the roll number. Okay, and then provide the group name, and that is a search ser search operation. There is three radio button, and then appropriate control here we can take after radio button, that is drop down list box, and that id we can give the different. So here we can give drop down rn. Okay, so that is, and that run at server side. Okay, that radio button we fill, and then after here, and now I take second radio button, and then radio button we can provide the name field search name wise and roll number wise. So here rb snm, and here also I change rb rn. Okay, so that is different radio button roll number and radio button search name wise, and here I just provide the name of the student, and that we have to take in one text box. So here again text box, and that id, and that's the we can give txt snm search name, and that run at server side, and just close and provide the PR tag. And now last radio button just copy and paste. Okay, and then we can take here rb like all, so there is no require. here just provide all text, and I remove this text box is not required. So I now look our design. Okay, yes, the color is so high, so I change the color because very fast color is taking. So I just pick up and here take some light color. So yes, okay, there is sign. Okay, we can use this. Okay, and let us check. Okay, okay, save is remaining. First, go in design. Okay, we take directly here like gray, no, light pink. Give the light pink. Okay, just see, save and design. So our panel. Okay, here grid is changed. Okay, so we can change in the grid color. I just control Z. So here our grid. Okay, so I can how its color is not changed. Okay, now our grid, that panel I can change my color. So that is change in the grid panel. So here you can require the change. Okay, so here light uh, pink is there. Okay, so just now look our design. Okay, so there is no issue. Okay, now our first we can just all we can select and just call the grid, that is our here I fill grid all record is display. So there is first is completed search all. Okay, now I can take that radio button we can fill, and then that logic we can apply, fill the radio button. So I just copy like we can read operation, so that taking yes here is possibility, yes these two line only. Okay, so in when we can click the roll radio button roll number, that all roll number in appear into the drop down list box. So here I just take roll number and remove this where clause, so that our finish work. And now I go in above so you can look better, and just double quote. Okay, and semicolon. Yes, now we can take if dr has row we can use, then we can take while loop. Okay, and before while loop I clear drop down dot items is there, and then clear method is there, otherwise it is filling again and again. And now we can take one for loop, taking for loop integer I equal to 0, I less than drop down dot items dot count member is there, number of item is there, count. So we can take directly for loop. Now our filling is start items of I, that is directly add method we have to use here, add is there, and taking from tr, and that is 0 and dot to string. So now our work is ready, finished. So can fill uh, drop down when we can check this roll number radio button, that all roll number in the drop down list box. So that is our goal. And now we can take this drop down selected, then also I can one property of that dropped radio button, and that is here that radio buttons or first radio button, yes here, and that auto post backing we have to on, then and then auto post back equal to true. Okay, so there is post backing because we cannot take any button. So I just here we can match to our record. So we can select the roll number from drop down, and that match record is displaying the grid. So I just again take these two line here, copy, and here I paste, and where clause here is required, where RNO equal to, and that we can take from drop down. So plus double quote and drop down rno dot x. Okay, so that select from drop down. Okay, and then we can provide here directly GridView dot data source and just dr and GridView dot data fine. So that is finished. So our all and just dr is close is necessary. So we can select the drop down any roll number that appropriate record in display the GridView. Okay, all is complete. Okay, two we have to complete. All we can take directly fill grid method call. So I just show you. Okay, here and design. So okay, so there is problem. Tag is not closed. Okay, here is remaining. We can take the property. So here we can give the auto post backing. Yes, this radio button is close tag is required. So here, yes, is close tag is required to here. Okay, save and then go in design. Okay, so that all is I apply fill grid. So there is only fill grid is repetition here. Save here, we can call delete all this. Okay, now last. Okay, okay, here just remaining our code to check, and let us here we can implement the just full screen. So here when user select drop down, but here one issue, there is a roll number and that is given the text. So here you can take previously care, and that's we have to take one integer, and that's variable like x, and convert we have to use in 32 dot pass, and then we take that drop down dot text what, and then you here use I directly x. So there is solve the issue. So I just save, and now last our search is remaining, and that is a name wise, and just I double click, and also that design auto post back of text box also we can true. So we cannot take any button. So that's the name and text box. Yes, here. So that name we can also auto post backing. There is main two text mode is there. So here require auto post back. So here we can just true automatically post backing on server side. And here same logic. I just copy this all lines and paste to here also. And we can change here just field as a s name. So s name, and we can use like L capital like a like operator. So like, and then single quote %10 sign, then we can double quote and plus sign. So that is our string field. Txt search, that is text txt snm, then text we have to match, and then same sequence we can first plus, then our double quote, then percentage sign, and then single quote. Okay, and then double quote is required to query, that is we have to start here and close to here. So like operator we have to use in the name wise search, and here we can roll number wise search, and all we can just call our fill grid method. So that is user defined method. Okay, so I can just yes, any remaining no, like is ready. I just take the syntax single percentage double plus sign or text box text, then plus is ready, yes, and double quote percentage and single quote, yes, ready. Okay, so anytime single quote is remaining, so giving the issue. So I just save, now perform all operation. I just finish. Some color we have to require to change, so let us take a design time, run and then check. Okay, yes, here is panel is some moving or increase the size. So looking for better. Uh, First we have performed add. So here 3 is coming. Yes, and we can take like further Lakshman because we have to delete that record. So that is again, and then pip for Sam and taking 2 OB and we can update 3 OB. Okay, I just save. Okay, yes, record is appear here, and also message is appearing above the design. We can use response dot write. Okay, and now we can just select this record. So selected 2 OBs there. I select 3, and here change the semester 5. Okay, so 5 is already there. I take 3. Okay, so and there is no we can change. I just first press update because flag 2, then save. Okay, there is sequence. So here ECSM 3, and here all taking 2 OB, now 3 OBs there. Okay, now our uh, we can take like that here and just cancel. So all cancel is no any change, just clear and flag 0, all clear is there. Okay, now we can add next record. So here I just press add. So roll number 4 is appear and give the Ramesh. So we can search the like operator. So we can also test two same uh, first 3 letters. So that is like operator work better or not. So I just put this record and save. Yes, record is insert successfully. Here Ram and Ramesh. Now first I just check this radio button. So all here we can fill. Okay, just auto post back. We can check and we can first check name. That is our requirement. So I take the now Ram. So and enter. So here just only 2 record, but field grid is just provide roll number. We can change that asterisk sign, and all I can just click. So I just that auto post back we will take true. So that is some change is required. So first I third radio button and put the auto post backing, that is true. Then and then that is post backing server side. So first is true, and now our name field, that query is holding just roll number. So that is a giving, I just put here asterisk sign. So all field is appear, that is required. And here also roll number is we can just copy. So that is asterisk sign is required. And uh, here is ready, here is ready. Our filling is not good. So we can check the radio button. Why not filling is here. I just okay first stop and then yes. Okay, so that radio button, yes, roll number is there, yes, all coding is well. That also auto post back mode is on because we can just change check change event we have to take in radio button. So that first radio button we can also auto post back in true. So there is yes, we can take. I can just see post working. Yes, auto post working is true in first radio button here. So there is no problem. So look at again our code. There is roll number from student. Yes, and read has clear. Yes, clear method is there. Count and provide the first field. So there is no any issue. Drop down dot item dot count. Yes, here is something remaining, that drop down is blank. So here we can take the while loop. Yes, so that is reading is remaining. So that is issue. We can take while loop and dr dot read is remaining. So all yes now is okay. So in drop down I generally use we can print our all items. So we can take the for loop. So here dr read and then all read record from database. we put from the database to drop down list box. So there is issue. Okay, I solve. Let us check all is well or not. Just run again. So 2 is remaining. Let us check. Searching is now completed. All the mistake, all some. Here I just select yes. Now yes, roll number is appear. Okay, 4 record is there. So all 4 roll number is fill up in the drop down list box. So I just first record all yes, then name yes. Now I select yes and 2 and just yes that auto post back. Yeah, okay. Here drop down auto post back is also we can true then and then. We cannot take any. I just take here button then all work. Okay, let us check first name. Okay, name. We provide the RAM and just enter key hit. Yes, both is appear like operator. So first 3 letter matching both. So I give the Ramesh. So both record is now appear and just again all. So 2 now is okay. I just one property set and that is auto post backing of drop down also. So all whenever you cannot take button that time you take the auto post back and that is our first. And here drop down we cannot take the select on selected index change event is automatically not fired because we can take the true for auto post backing then and then server side post backing is then. So I just save and again I run this page for save and run. Last is remaining. So all operation is performing. Be care because sometime okay yes now is appear. I just click all 4 record and now is our goal. Yes, now is work completely because we can take the radio button auto post backing true, then drop down auto post backing true, then that text box auto post backing true, and that text radio button also true. So all the now is well. I just select again 4. Okay, so now 4 is appear. I now selected and then give the 1. Okay, 1 is appear. So now is okay. And here also check some different name like Sita. Yes, only 1 record is there and then all yes there is no issue. So I hope you can understand all operation perform in one session. There is some art because we can take care. So now I can take last time add one new record and perform all add. Yes, now 5 is appear automatically and take here some like Krishna, yes, name, then take female, yes, and semester 6, okay, no problem. And all hobbies selected and just save. Okay, yes, fifth record is appear, our add save is working. Then I select this fifth record and just press update and I deselect this hobby and change here 4 and here male and Krishna female both name is there and just I save. Okay, so here yes there is Krishna BCSM4 and one hobby is gone and I just select again and then cancel. Okay, so there is no issue. Yes, now selected and delete. Yes, confirmation. Are you sure? Do you want? Yes, there is remaining. Are you sure to delete this record? Do you want to delete this record? That there is message only. Okay, yes, okay. So record is gone. Okay, so tell and exit is remaining. Yes, checking we can. Okay, perform the exit. I can just last time check the search again 3. Yes, I just select yes. Now like we can give same uh, Ramesh. So only Ramesh is appear. Yes, there is Ramesh, and here we can put the 3 letter that is like both our record is appear. Yes, and all yes well, and just press exit. So yes, Microsoft end. Yes, you can the web page you visit in trying to close the window. Do you want to close? Yes, that is automatically confirmation. So that is closed. So all is well. So that is the our logic. So many code apply here. So taking more time. So connected architecture is finished. All yes, I just some of summaries of just designing. I cannot revise all the things because we can take panel first, second, and third, and that is our designing. That is detail, that is operation, that is search, and that is GridView. And directly coding part, I first take one table in Access and then provide these assemblies taking 3 class, okay, and static integer flag. Otherwise, it is not taking the change global value. So static is required. Then take connection string, connection open, fill grid, that is here. Select star from student, query and connection, execute reader, provide the data reader here because the execute reader return the data reader object and data bind. So all record bind to grid. Then clear, simple logic. I not revise. All is simple. So just deselected. Just radio button and checkbox false. Otherwise, sub big just blank. Here also on blank. Okay. And save button, we can apply both logic. Very simple, so I not revise this thing. And flag 1, we can press add button, that flag 1 insert into just one rules is remaining. Numeric field, there is no require single quote double quote, there is string field required. So here double quote plus sign, and that is our text box, and then string single quote double quote. So all is same, no repetition is required. And two parameterized constructor, that is one, and that is string query and that connection command class, and execute non query, then that is simple message insert record is student. And same way flag 2, then we can press update button. So update query, that is some different student set, and then directly not name start single quote all same, and where clause is there, roll number is matched from text box, because we can take the grid record. Okay, so we can take directly, and then just execute non-query, and here update record and clear grid, fill grid and clear the all records. Then add button, we can auto generate the roll number, apply our logic. Flag also we can provide one, that 2 line is not needed. I just uh, remaining the taking text box, so we cannot close, so that is not required. I just flag 1, and then command select max roll number from student and execute reader, because we can read roll equal r equal to 0, as row is read, then convert and plus increment 1, otherwise plus plus. So first time is plus plus, then second time is increment from database and plus 1 roll number, and then that roll number is, I first mistake the remaining is assigned to text box, so that not appear. Then focus method and then close, so that is our add logic. Then update, there is only one line, so there is, yes, we can on off also. All when page is page load event fire, then all control is disabled, then we can here enable that type also, you can apply logic. But this session is very long, so we cannot take here. Okay, now grid we can select, that is important logic. uh, just here you can selected index change from grid, select value, integer type casting is needed because there is return object, so integer, and select query just where clause are equal to this from taking the grid user select, but record come from database. So read operation, execute reader as row yes, and read, then take appropriate, that is simple, like year one gender, that is we can trim function nesting trim and equal male. You can, I can previously say you can remove this trim and check, so sometime radio button not selected, so there is some issue, so you can test yourself. And here you can also give the column name and index, so here index start with 0, when you can give the index that time not require double quote, but you can give the column name that type require double quote. Okay, now we can also one important here, and that is checkbox, otherwise all are same. 4 index and taking S2 and then split, because we can one field there is 3 hobbies is there, so we can separate on page, we can in save button. So I just show you here in save button, yes, here, so that we can apply our logic. So here I just move there and here, so split and then for each. So there store split after all store in str1 array and str string give to s, and we can equal reading playing, and playing chess there is blank, so you can care that you can test yourself. Here put yourself, and like here I give chess and then check there is not selected this checkbox because there is a separation is there, and that is our logic. So there is conflict, so I just, or you can select that type of be just only one word, that is also one solution, but that is not proper, so that is best way. Okay, now delete operation, just select, delete from student where roll number equal to your text box, because you can select from record select button. And there is one important I show you in design. First I complete this coding, execute none query, and greater than the then record is delete student, otherwise error, and fill grid and clear method call again in save, and as this cancel, there is cancel method is there in command class, clear and flag 2. Okay, there is no require any change. And all search, that is radio but all, just I call fill, or you can put the all coding here also. And name radio button filling first roll number wise, so select roll number from student reader as row is true, and first clear all roll number, drop down list box clear, and then while loop, and then just one field add method item dot add and dr0, that is roll. So we can select the roll number radio button, then all drop down roll number is filling that appropriate record roll number. And then in drop drop down uh, drop down we can select index change that we take in X, and we can select the roll number from drop down and that record combining the GridView bind method, and just here where clause is there. So that is very simple. And last search, that is only select star from where name like single quote percentage double quote, there is a rules, and plus sign, and our text box search text box id, and double quote percentage single quote and double quote, that double quote that is starting of query, and comma connection, and all are same in the our previous same grid view, that is all. Okay, so that is finished, and I show you the grid view how it's selected this I just, and that is a data key name, and we can provide it is very important. If you mistake this in grid view, then not record selected, and that is very important, that is data key name supply to your first column id, that is very important. So if you not giving this, that is giving the, you cannot select a data key name in grid view, that type of error is appear. So test yourself if first time you not provide, and then taking this selected index change event of grid view. So I just go in design, and here our grid view, and I double click. So first is stop running debugging, and then okay. So here selected index change event. So if you not provide the data key name, then that not selected, this selected value appear the roll number. So that is issue. So here main is a split and trim. There is important logic to develop ourselves. There is this logic, and here is trim and nesting. We can check. Okay. So I hope you can understand connected architecture, all are where all operation we have to perform, insert, update, delete, search. Okay. So I hope you can understand, and subscribe my channel Ashok Sijal Academy, press the bell icon to never miss any update, and Hare Krishna.